Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I am Mr. JP, the English announcer for CosmosTV. CosmosTV, operated by the Multicultural Welfare Center, is hosting the Journey with CosmosTV and Multicultural Family Rights Season 2 program in 2021, sponsored by the Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission. In 2021, it is produced and broadcast in 7 languages, including Korean, Japanese, Filipino, French, Thai, Vietnamese, and English. In the first episode, we took a look at the ePeople's Foreign Language Portal homepage, available in 14 different languages, together with Mr. Che Uso, the official in charge of the Civil Rights Commission's National Petition Division. In the second episode, we would like to take an immigration investigation officer from the Immigration Policy Headquarters of the Ministry of Justice, Corona measures and vaccinations for illegal foreigners in the COVID-19 era. Hello, thank you for accepting our invitation on Cosmos TV. Could you please introduce yourself first?
Good afternoon. My name is Shin Han-jin, and I work in the Immigration Investigation Department of Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters. I started my public service in July 1995 when I was first assigned to the Seoul Foreigners Shelter, the predecessor of the Hwasong Foreigners Shelter. Since then, I have worked at Seoul Immigration, Gimpo Immigration, Incheon Airport, Jeongju Immigration, Jeongju Foreign Protection Center, and Daegu Immigration Investigation Division.
This is Mr. Shin Han-jin, Director of Immigration Investigation Division of the Immigration Policy Headquarters. You've been in immigration for 26 years. What specific job does the Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters of the Ministry of Justice do?
Let me give a brief introduction to the work of Immigration and Investigation Department, Immigration and Foreign Affairs Headquarters. First, we develop policies to prevent foreigners from violating immigration laws and domestic laws. It is our role to plan management measures regarding illegal foreign immigration and coordinate crackdowns on false invitations, illegal entry, and illegal employment brokers, and etc., to encourage voluntary departure of illegal foreigners and prevent new inflows. Secondly, there are cases in which the protocol might not be clear in the relevant statuses or guidelines in determining immigration offenders, such as disposition of notification, imposition of fines, and accusation. In this case, the role of clearly interpreting and presenting the meaning of legal system. In addition, it plays a role in preparing unified work guidelines to maintain uniformity and consistency in handling the investigation, operations, and protection of immigration offices across the country. Third, it is our job to protect foreigners and to review and judge deportation and related objections. We try to minimize the protection period to ensure that protection and repatriation of protected foreigners can be made as quickly as possible. For example, due to the cancellations and reduction of air routes under COVID-19, the protection period of foreigners is prolonged. We ask for cooperation through meetings with embassies in order to increase the number of departing aircraft, and we prepare and implement policies to promote temporarily lifting of the protection period and prevent the abuse of said scheme through departure orders. In addition, we take part in creating measures to prevent the inflow of corona into prospective facilities where sheltered foreigners live. Fourth, under the COVID-19 situation, we have the task of inspecting vulnerable facilities and delivering information related to the prevention to foreigners, focusing on the facilities and regions with the relevant presence of the population. It encourages foreigners to actively participate in coronavirus testing and medical treatment by delivering masks and guiding them to comply with quarantine rules.
Yes. So first, developing policies to prevent foreign immigration violations and domestic law violations. Secondly, interpreting laws related to immigration. Thirdly, reviewing and judging foreigners' deportation. And fourthly, inspecting foreign facilities and quarantine information to foreigners. You're doing a lot of work. Today, I would like to ask you about the COVID-19 quarantine work in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. Officer, can foreigners who are staying illegally still have a corona test without any problems?
모든 외국인은 국민과 동일하게 비자 확인 없이 무료로
All foreigners can get a COVID-19 test free of charge without visa verification, just like the general public. In the early days of the outbreak of COVID-19 in 2020, free tests were available only if clinical symptoms were reported, if they had visited overseas, or were related to domestic mass outbreaks. This is a measure to actively detect confirmed cases of corona early and prevent the spread of the disease. Illegal foreigners sometimes delay their test and hide, even though they have corona symptoms due to their unstable status. Therefore, we are actively examining them. I hope that illegal foreigners become confident to get a free test in case of symptoms without any worries. I would like to make it clear that the requirement to write down personal information such as mobile phone numbers during the inspection process is a minimum measure to notify individuals of the inspection results, which is only used for corona management and does not lead to crackdowns.
Yes, so now we know that all foreigners can get COVID-19 tests for free without visa verification, and doing so does not lead to crackdowns. However, many illegal foreigners still seem to have a lot of distrust in this.
코로나 검사 대상이
If the corona inspection subject is a foreigner, the medical institution does not know whether they are here illegally or not, because the inspection is carried out without confirmation of the visa. Even if they do know it, they are exempted from the obligation to notify it, so the personal information of foreigners is not communicated to an immigration agency. In addition, even if illegal foreigners are confirmed to be infected by tests, they will only be treated through medical institutions, and administrative measures such as forced withdrawal and deportation or departure orders due to illegal status after complete recovery is not processed. Of course, their illegal status does not change to legal one. Their immigration status stays as is.
Yes, I hope that illegal foreigners who could be blind spots for the COVID-19 prevention measures know this and always feel free to take the test. By the way, COVID-19 testing and treatment is important, but the vaccination for preventing it is even more important. Currently, the number of people vaccinated against the coronavirus is increasing rapidly in Korea. Are illegal foreigners eligible for the coronavirus vaccination? And don't any disadvantages occur after vaccination?
등록 외국인은 물론이며 불법 체류 외국인들도 내국인
Everyone, not only registered foreigners, but also illegal foreigners are being tested on the same basis as Koreans. This is quite natural considering that corona infection does not distinguish between legal and illegal foreigners. In the case of illegal foreigners, they are one of the most vulnerable sectors and are a big blind spot, so vaccination is more urgent. Illegal foreigners who will be vaccinated do not face any disadvantages such as crackdowns and deportations, just like diagnostic tests, so you can make a reservation in the designated order and get vaccinated. In the case of illegal foreigners, the timing will vary depending on the subject of vaccination, such as age, but you can visit the health center with your passport to get management number, make a reservation, and get vaccinated.
It means that illegal foreigners can also visit health centers with passports according to their age. They can also book and receive vaccinations after receiving a management number and have no disadvantages. Thank you for the great news. Everyone, please visit the health center according to the designated order and get vaccinated. Officer, if you have anything you want to tell multicultural people watching this broadcast on behalf of the Immigration Investigation Division of the Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters of the Ministry of Justice, please do so.
예, 몇 가지가 있는데요. 첫 번째로 보는 이가 없어도 주어지는
There are a few things. First of all, please do all the duties given even if there's no one watching. For example, The government issues a notification of restriction of scope of activity that restricts foreigners to their places of residence and imposes quarantine obligations from quarantine authorities at the time of immigration and requires facilities or self-quarantine for 14 days. But there are times when no one will know even if they don't follow their obligations. There are times when they don't follow their obligations. If the degree of violation is severe, there are cases where you will have to leave the country. To introduce some, there was a case where the person was caught leaving their phone at home and stopping by a mart or a convenience store, or on the day of arrival, they stayed at their relative's house for a while and went home to self-quarantine. Cases of visiting an agency due to cell phone reopening or breakdown and visits to pharmacies are very trivial in some ways, but these trivial acts increase the risk of spreading corona. Foreigners are required to receive free tests and vaccinations regardless of whether they are illegal. But foreigners who ignore quarantine measures and do not fulfill their obligations have no choice but to actively and strictly deal with it to prevent the spread of corona. Life in Korea will be more peaceful and satisfying when you have a mind to abide by the law even in the dark. Secondly, I will introduce only 2 cases in which foreigners who are staying are punished for neglecting it. Please don't forget to report it if your place of residence has changed or your passport has changed. These 2 cases are often punished. Article 36 of the Immigration Control Act obliges registered foreigners to report changes in their places of residence. Information about foreigners' stay in Korea is very important in managing foreigners' stay. If you violate the registration of change of residence, you will be punished. Article 36 of the Immigration Control Act requires registered foreigners to report to the head of the local immigration and foreign office within 15 days when the passport number, issuance date, and expiration date change. If you get a new passport, your passport number will be changed, so you have to report it. However, it is often overlooked. I've seen a lot of cases like this. Since it's something that everyone experiences once or twice, there are many violations. However, it would be a very unpleasant experience if you visit the immigration office due to a minor violation. I am careful because I think I can make a bad impression on the immigration office due to this unpleasant experience. Next, I would like to ask you to use the immigration form more actively. The immigration office is also trying to deliver accurate information, but it still feels insufficient. Please bookmark the homepage of the Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters and receive accurate information through the person in charge of the Immigration and Foreign Affairs Office. The Immigration Office is not just an institution that regulates illegal foreigners. It's an institution that exists to help you solve your problems.
Yes, I think the officer had a lot to say. Everyone, please follow the 14 days quarantine measures. And when your residence is stay or passport is changed, I'm asking you to report it within the fixed day. Also, there was a request to always check the accurate information by bookmarking the website of the Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters. Officer, if you have anything else you want to say to the viewers of Cosmos TV, please let us know.
예, 이번 코스모스 TV 인터뷰를
I was a little overwhelmed to be asked to get interviewed Cosmos TV this time. Still, you gave me an opportunity to introduce immigration work through this opportunity. And moreover, it was a meaningful interview because you said you would produce it in 8 languages and provide information. I hope Cosmos TV will continue to serve as guide to Korea life for many foreigners living in multicultural families. Thank you, and please subscribe to Cosmos TV and like it. Cosmos TV, I love you!
Thank you. Until now, we are joined by Mr. Shin Han-jin, the Deputy Director of the Immigration Investigation Department at the Immigration and Foreign Policy Headquarters. Thank you very much to the Immigration Policy Headquarters of the Ministry of Justice for taking the time for this interview despite your busy schedule. Everyone, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, much love.